Hi, this is David Saville, and this is the third in a series of videos in direct response to a question I was asked about how do you actually create an impossible vision, like in the real world? How do you start living through it when it can seem so daunting? First video, I talked about the people in it, so getting yourself a coach. If you want to create it, you want to create it quick and bigger than you ever imagined possible, get yourself a coach. There's no experience like it on the planet. It will change your world. Now, the second one was about taking the smallest steps possible. So sure, connect to the vision, like you know where you're headed, fine, your eyes are, you're headed in that direction, and then just look at the next step you're taking. So whether that's something small like picking up the phone, an email, creating, brainstorming ideas, anything at all. Make sure you're taking a step. And the third one, now this is about prioritizing. If this matters to you, if you truly want to create it, how you structure your day will show you how much importance you're giving to it. Most people, when they've got something in the future, they tend to leave it to the end of the day, to after they've completed their tasks. This is a big mistake. It means that any day you've had a bad day, you get tired, things like too much, you're not going to do what you need to do. You might initially, but as time goes on, it'll be harder to motivate consistently on those days that are hard. So which means it will get bumped. And then of course when you do that, it knocks energy out of you because you feel like you're not fulfilling what you promised yourself, and it can become a downward spiral. It happens a lot and is why a lot of people end up backing off from their dreams. So remember, what you do, you're creating your future every single day. So how you structure your day is how your future will be. So if you're creating your vision at the end of the day, it means your vision will be created at the end of your life. It's going to be a long time before you create it. Now, what I'd highly recommend is you make it your top priority. So you're going to do at least one tiny thing at the beginning of your day, either first thing or in the morning sometime. You prioritize it above everything else. Now, what I like to say is, what do I mean by a commitment? I say commit to this. And what do I mean by commitment? Now, if you're going to commit to this, and I recommend you do because that's the only way you'll create it, make it a commitment like no other. This is a commitment that means that if you saw on the news that a meteor was going to strike the Earth later today and obliterate all human life, you would still pick up the phone and take the tiny step. Why? Because you made that commitment to yourself and you want to die knowing that you honour your commitments. That's the kind of commitment I'm talking about. And that's why most people don't make those kind of commitments. And I wouldn't recommend doing it for most things, but for creating an impossible vision, I really recommend it. It changes things for you. And it also means you're continually living into your vision, which can make it happen so much faster and bigger than you can conceive. So, prioritize your vision is the third one. Make sure it's in the top part of your day because the willpower and energy levels dwindle as the day goes on. So that's the last one I'm recording at the moment with Impossible Visions. Now, do you have any questions about any of this or about anything in your life, about how to live without limits in your business, in your life outside of work? What are your obstacles that would you like help with? What vision would you like to create? Post in the comments or message me directly and I'll record a video just for you. My email address, if you want to send me a message there, is david@davidsaville.co.uk, and Saville is spelt Saville.